Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and today we are making another bake with me video. So I hope you're prepared. We're gonna be making something I never have before of any kind. So today we're gonna be making some little mini apple pies. So let's get to it. So a few days ago I did go apple picking and I got a bunch of apples and didn't know really what to do with them. I've got the apples right here. These are Empire apples, so usually you'd use, I don't know, Granny Smith or Golden Delicious maybe for pies, but we're gonna try it with the Empire apples. That's all they had to pick, so. Okay, so first to start our pies, I've obviously got a bowl out here. And to make the crust, you're gonna need some flour, salt, butter, and water. So only 4 things, but I would suggest making the pie crust the night before because we're gonna be putting it in the fridge for at least 4 hours. So now we're gonna add some butter. This is lightly, it's kind of soft in texture, so I'm gonna add that in increments to our flour salt mixture. So I finally got our mixture to a point where it looks crummy, which is what it's supposed to look like before we add the water. So you just add enough butter until it looks like it's crumbs. All I really know about pie crust is that it needs to be buttery and flaky.
Baked in a buttery, flaky crust.
So hopefully we'll achieve that with this recipe. Okay, so coming at you from the bottom of the countertop, we're gonna be adding cold water to our mixture here, but add it 1 or 2 tablespoons at a time, and then mix. Because you don't want it to be too liquidous. You want it to just form together like a big dough ball, so. So your finished product should look something like this, somewhat of a dough texture. So I'm going to be sticking this in the fridge covered with plastic or saran wrap, whatever you have, and leaving it in there for about 4 hours is what the recipe says. So we'll do that, and then I do have one that I made last night. Okay, so while the pie crust is cooling in the fridge for right now, we're going to peel some of our apples, cut them up, get them all ready, and then start our apple filling. So okay, so our apples are all peeled and washed, and now we just have to chop them. So we've got the murder scene right here, and all of our chopped apples. They're a beauty. So to start our filling, we'll need to put the brown sugar and the butter on the stove. It says until it bubbles, and then to add the apples. Okay, so while that's simmering, I'm going to use this big muffin tin to make our mini pies in. So I did have some dough that I made the night prior to make sure I had some dough that sat in the fridge for the allotted amount of time. Do take it out prior to using it. I've had it out for probably an hour and a half now, and it feels perfect. It feels actually just like Play-Doh. So I'm gonna line our muffin pan with these for the pie filling to sit in, and then we do have the extra in the fridge that we made from earlier in case we don't have enough with this for the tops. So our apple filling is, I think, done. I've had it on here for about 9 minutes, and it's been simmering, and the apples look really moist now. So I'm gonna empty it into this bowl. Look at this filling, it looks pretty good. The apples are moist, so I don't know what else I was supposed to achieve here. I did try one and it tastes just like an apple pie. I did not know pies were not excruciatingly hard, so that is awesome. Let's keep going. Okay, so we are finally ready to put our filling into our pies here. I've got them all lined up. The crusts right here, and then our mixture that is all cooled off. And I did forget. So I think you're supposed to put the cinnamon and nutmeg in while you're simmering it on the stove, but I forgot. So I added the cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice, since I don't have nutmeg, into it after it cooled, and I had a little taste and it tastes amazing. So don't worry if you forget a step like I did, it'll turn out fine anyway. So now we're gonna load up our apple filling into the pies. So I am just quickly simmering up some of the leftover liquid that was in our buttery, sugary mixture for the apples. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna pour it on top. So as you can see, it looks like a bit of a sauce almost. So I'm gonna pour that on top of our apples. Our last step before we put them in the oven is our topper. So I did roll out these little balls for each top, and so here are the pies right before I stick them in the oven. They look so scrumptious. I literally on a whim just, you know, put in the indents like they were little pies with a fork, and I am so ready for these to be done. Okay, so it's been about 40 minutes for the pies being in the oven. I put them in at 375 for 40 minutes. I checked in at 30 minutes though and added some melted butter on top of them to maybe crisp up the pie crust on top. So they very much look like they're done. The tops that I put on kind of popped off. I guess I should have mushed them in better to hold them. I honestly didn't think they'd have so much power as to pop off, but they look scrumptious anyway. Like, it smells like an apple pie heaven in here right now, so I don't even care. They look cute still. I don't even care. Okay, so I did take one out just to see, and it came out all formed. It looks great. It smells great. It smells just like the pastry that you get at a bakery. I can't believe it worked out. Oh my god. You guys have to try this yourselves. It's actually not as hard as I thought a pie was. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Otherwise, don't forget to smile, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys! And today we are going to be baking another Halloween treat today, or rather a autumny, crusty, fun, fall loving, we're gonna be baking a pie. Anyway, several pies.